Hey everybody, before we jump into today's video, I just want to remind you that we have incomeschool.com/project24. Project 24 means in 24 months, we want to help you to take your current income and replace it with passive income. And if you'll attend a Project 24 webinar with Ricky and I, we know we can help you to get that started. So go to incomeschool.com/project24. We're pretty excited about it. Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about 3 different niches that you probably shouldn't go after, but if you've got a competitive streak in you and you're going to go for it anyway, this is how we do it. But first, the 3 niches.
Yep. So the first one, we've been telling people for years, fitness is just not the niche to go after, okay? It's just overly competitive, and that's the case for all 3 of these.
Second is personal finance. Personal finance, which I think I would include Income School in there, it's really competitive. I wouldn't say it's as competitive as fitness, but it's still a really competitive niche to be in. A lot of the keywords are taken. And the last is recipes.
Yep.
Recipes and cooking sites are really competitive. So first we want to show you why that is. We're going to do some searches up on the TV here and just show you why we're saying it's so hard to break into these. And then we're going to talk about our 3 ways to get after it anyway if you want to go for a competitive niche.
Exactly.
And even if you're in a niche that's not competitive, this video is really important for you because you'll go against competitive keywords within your niche, and this is how we would approach those specific keywords too.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple of searches that seem like they should be fairly specific and that you should be able to rank for these types of things. So first one for fitness. How to lift weights for people with back pain. That's pretty specific.
Yeah, it's not just how to lift weights, but it's people that have
back pain.
We get some really competitive results. We get websites like Back Pain After Lifting Weights from Livestrong.com. Spinehealth.com is bodybuilding, weightlifting, and back pain. Another article from Livestrong, bodybuilding.com, which is headquartered here in Boise where we live and has an army of writers. I mean, they're all newer articles. They're all exactly on point and from very authoritative websites. The chances of ranking for this are basically 0.
It ought to tell you something when the article from WebMD is like number 8.
That's bad.
Okay, yeah.
If WebMD is 8, you are 500.
Yep. Most everything in the health and fitness space, you've got WebMD, Mayo Clinic or Mayo Clinic, Mayo, right?
Yeah. Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins. They're all going to have an article about it. They're all going to be like edited. Sometimes they're peer-reviewed, like legit medical journal type articles. It's just going to be tough to compete there.
All right, let's try another one.
Let's get more specific.
Yeah. So now we're going to do weightlifting tips for people with lower back pain. Now we have designed a specific spot on their back, and still we have pretty competitive results. We still have WebMD, we still have Livestrong, we still have bodybuilding.com, all with specific results about this.
Exactly. So it's not just that WebMD shows up here, it's that WebMD shows up and has an article about lower back pain. So they're specifically answering that question, that keyword. There's just no way that you're going to show up anywhere near the top.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All right, let's take another one. Let's go to something in personal finance. And this time let's do something like how to start a small business online. And here we see entrepreneur.com, thebalance.com, BigCommerce. I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which is another big blog. These are really competitive results. And whenever we see that, it's just difficult to do. We can go on and on with different examples of this, but the one we found in recipes is just too funny.
Yeah. Anybody who thinks that there's space in recipes just needs to spend 3 minutes Googling a recipe for anything to find out that they're wrong.
Yeah, so taco recipe, okay, we know that's going to be competitive. Taco recipe with avocado. Haha. Yeah, look, there are like 400 results of taco recipes with avocado. So let's try to get more specific. Taco recipe with avocado and chicken. And we still have results. Let's take taco recipe with avocado and chicken and human arms. like, like everything is taken in recipes. So just because an article has been written on it doesn't mean that you can't also make an article on that topic. Just that when you're starting a new website, it's going to be really hard to crack that glass ceiling because you are new. And so Google's always going to give preference to WebMD, especially if it's something about health or fitness or something scientific like that. It's always going to give preference there than to Bob's blog that's brand new. Google has no idea how to trust you, even if you write really good.
Right. Okay. So how do we do it? How could you possibly... Okay, you're just nuts. The only thing that you care about in your entire life is fitness. That's the only thing that you're interested in writing about, and you want to make this work. How are we going to make it happen?
And not just fitness. It could be day trading or
it could be any
cooking
of these things.
Or whatever. Any of these.
Yeah.
And there are probably other examples that are too competitive.
Right.
So what do you do?
So what do we do? So there's 3 approaches that we've come up with that can work, and honestly, a combination of these is probably a good option. The first one is to just go pure SEO, and when we talk about SEO, we're talking about content. We're talking about writing articles based on, again, these really specific keywords. So we're going to try to find the least competitive keywords we can. We are going to write a lot of content, probably hire writers to be able to put out article after article, and then be super patient because it's just going to take forever. It's going to take a really long time.
Right, so what you mean by that, by SEO, we're not doing any link building.
Yeah,
what we're talking about is you're doing this. You're doing search after search until you're doing taco recipe with avocado and chicken and human arms. We're getting really specific.
By the way, there's not a recipe that has all of those keywords.
See, that is really unfortunate. There's a great opening right
exactly.
there. There's still cannibals in this world. Anyway. I can't even pay attention. All right.
I'm just thinking that a recipe site designed for cannibals might actually work. Sorry.
So you're doing this. You're doing these searches until you find something like, there's kind of a crack here. We didn't get a great result. There wasn't anything exactly on point. I think I could write this article. And that's what you're doing. But you're going to have to go after these tiny search results that are getting tiny search volume and do it hundreds of times with hundreds of articles. And then Google says, okay, Bob's blog, I'll give you a shot in the big leagues. Now we can go after one step higher of a little bit bigger keyword. And it will take years before you're going to compete with a WebMD, with a Livestrong, with a bodybuilding.com. Those sites are successful because they started years ago with teams of writers. That's how you would have to do it from a purely SEO standpoint. Probably what I would consider a better, more likely strategy is YouTube. YouTube is like a secret weapon for bloggers right now. It's crazy, unbelievable the opportunity there is. All of the keywords that have ever been written for decades online now have openings because really just in the last few years has online video really taken off. When I started Improved Photography, it was actually really hard to get online video to just even work. It was very unreliable. And now, YouTube is everywhere. And so every text keyword you can now make on YouTube. And if you're going after that strong, you can convert that traffic into your website traffic.
The tactic we would absolutely recommend for really any website, any niche website, but it's just about the only way that you're going to be able to break through on one of these big niches, in your lifetime. So get after the YouTube. Now,
we take these that we just did, how to weight lift with back pain. It may be taken on Google search, but what if we do it in YouTube?
A YouTube video.
In fact, let's give it a try. Let's just do this. All right. We have, the top video has 1 million views on it. So this is a very huge, very big keyword. A lot of people are interested in this, but it's a 2-year-old video. The next one is 3 years old. And so, there can be openings, and we only see what 5 or 6 results before it starts getting into just kind of different stuff.
Yeah.
And so that tells me, yeah, it's still competitive. But yes, you could do it. If you just produce a killer video, yeah, you could break into this one.
Absolutely. Now, the third way that you could break in with one of these really big topics is to dedicate your site to one aspect of the topic.
This is the one that keeps me a little bit on edge. Like with my photography site, if I'm writing a whole bunch of articles about night photography or real estate photography or some specific aspect of it, this is when I always, every single time, no exceptions, I always Google a topic before I write the article to see what the competition is and if it's even worth my time. And when I see, nightphotography.com has an article on this, which I don't even know what that website is, but it's something they have a whole website on this. That's the one that I hate as a big site owner, because I say, dang, I might not be able to beat them because they're so specific to this.
Exactly. So instead of making a website that's like, fitnessinyourgarage.com, because that topic is going to be covered on a lot of websites, what if you did garage fitness for jiu-jitsu? How to train in your garage to be better at jiu-jitsu. If that's your thing, if you love jiu-jitsu and you love training and fitness, then go down that path. That's going to be a lot less competitive. And then when somebody with a fitness website wants to write something about jiu-jitsu, they're like, oh, I can't compete with this little site, because their whole site is dedicated to this one specific aspect.
Yeah, this bodybuilding with back pain example that we've given will be nearly impossible to succeed in just by writing one article. But if you made a website about weightlifting with back pain, and you had YouTube videos pouring in traffic there, and you started with the really small articles and you put it there, in essence, we're taking all 3 of these approaches and we're putting it together, and we're taking this one keyword. Could you steal it from bodybuilding.com? Yes. And as we see from the YouTube, there are millions and millions of people searching this, even though it's a pretty specific keyword. Everybody's got a body. And so a lot of people are going to be interested in cooking. A lot of people are going to be interested in fitness. Everybody has finances. And so everybody's going to be interested in personal finance to some degree. So no matter what niche you're in, you're writing about photography. Well, when you write that Canon 5D Mark III review, you're going to get crushed by my site. You're going to get crushed by a petapixel or other imaging resource, whoever. There are lots of big websites that are going to crush you if you just write that Canon 5D Mark IV review. It's a major camera that millions of people will buy. So if you want to go after those big keywords, you might have to take all 3 of these strategies and work them together, and then you can beat any keyword out there. It'll just take time.
Yep. And now, if you're interested in learning how to be able to do this, whether you want to start a website that's in a totally obscure niche, or you want to start a website that is just super, super competitive, you can come work with us and we'll show you exactly how we would build that kind of website. And you can work with us and our community, and you can learn more about how to get started.
Yep. We have a webinar at incomeschool.com/project24. That is the next step for anybody watching this video. If you're serious about creating a website, go to incomeschool.com/project24. And in that webinar, we're going to show you exactly our game plan for starting from nothing and creating a full-time income in 24 months. Thanks, everybody.